All right, what's going on, everybody? We are finally live. Sorry, it took forever for me to actually start streaming. But welcome to the stream, everybody. We got the Ravens and Bills tonight on Sunday Night Football. Should be a great game. We're about 3 minutes in. Bills with the ball on the Ravens 32. Allen swing pass to Ty Johnson, and Johnson gets to the outside and gets to the 15-yard line. Nice catch and run there for Ty Johnson. About 17 yards there for the Bills. I think this should be a great game. I did take the Ravens, but this is a game that can go either way. I think it should be pretty good. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. Let me pull up the comments. So, 1st and 10 from the 14 here for the Bills. Allen spins around and sets up the screen here for Ray Davis, and the blocking never develops, and actually a loss of a yard. Hold on 1 second, we just put a poll out. So 2nd and 11 from the 15. Allen looks to throw, has time, throws towards the end zone, caught for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid makes the catch, and the Bills are on the board first. It's a 15-yard touchdown, as Josh Allen finds Dalton Kincaid, and the Bills strike first. The 7-play, 50-yard drive takes just 3:41 off the clock, and the Bills take the early lead. And here is the extra point. Tyler Bass not kicking today for the Bills. I think I read he might be out for the season. I'm not sure who their kicker is, but it's up and good. 7-0 Bills. Should be banger. Bills 20-19. Okay. Now I've got the Bills. Oh, sorry, I've got the Ravens. Let me check what score I said. I think I got a little higher scoring than that. Maybe 31-26, but it could be a little lower scoring because sometimes it does take the offense some time to get going. I got the Ravens 28-27. Just wasted your vote on the Ravens, meant to pick the Bills. It's alright. Thoughts on the lady that took the ball from the dad, who... Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know why... She... It's not like he stole it from her, it was just on the ground and he picked it up, so... It was... I mean, there's no reason for her. It's not like it's her and it like had her name on it. It's anybody's ball and it's on the ground. Oh, I didn't put the ball marker up. There we go. Alright, but welcome to the stream, everybody. We've got a 7-0 Bills lead early in this game. Hold on 1 second. Alright, sorry, just wanted to make sure something was plugged in, which it was. Alright, but the Ravens are going to get the ball for their first possession. Bills up 7-0. This game obviously a playoff rematch from last season. Bills won that one by 2. What was that, 27-25 or something like that? We've had 76% of kicks get returned this year, after 33% last year and 22% the year before, which were the two lowest in the NFL. So the Bills kick this away, and the Ravens are going to get the ball for their first possession. Kickoff fielded from the 9, and on the return, they'll get to the 31. And that is where Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense will take the field. One of the best offenses in the NFL. So the Ravens come out under center. They start from their own 31. Jackson hands off. Here's Derrick Henry up the middle, and Henry goes for a gain of 6. Very nice first play there for the Ravens. Ravens get to the line quick. Another handoff. Here's Derrick Henry again. This time only a gain of 2. Interesting to see the Ravens moving that quick to start this game. Last season, Lamar Jackson, first team All-Pro, 4,100 yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, also 915 yards on the ground, and another 4 rushing touchdowns. Had a really good year last year. Didn't win MVP, obviously that went to Josh Allen, but definitely could have. Here's a 3rd and 3 for the Ravens. Jackson in shotgun, back to his left. Play clock winding down. And Jackson going to look to throw. Get it to Justice Hill out of the backfield. And Hill lowers the shoulder. Close to a first down. And the spot comes in. Looks like at the marker. Still no signal yet. It's going to be very close here for the Ravens. See if he got it or not. Oh, I don't know. That's close. They do give him the first down, just barely. So Jackson in shotgun. Hill remains the running back, line up to his right. They bring Rashad Bateman in motion. Jackson gets rid of it quickly to Mark Andrews for a gain of 5. Last time Andrews played here, and the entire Ravens team. Obviously Andrews with that big drop 2-point conversion. Last year, Mark Andrews, a down year, 673 yards, although he did have 11 touchdowns, which was tied for 4th most in the NFL. 2nd and 5. They go I formation. Henry back in at running back. And he gets the ball here, Derrick Henry, right side. And Henry for a gain of about 3. Another 3rd down here for the Ravens. Derrick Henry last year, 1,921 yards. That's the most ever by a player over 30 years old. So it's 3rd and 3 here for the Ravens. Again, Justice Hill back in it at running back. Goes in motion. And Lamar Jackson going to pull this and keep it on the read option. Got blockers out in front. Jackson's got a first down and is taken down at the Bills' 41-yard line. First time we've seen him run it today, and a first down there for the Ravens. So 1st and 10 from the 41. Good looking Ravens drive so far. Couple 3rd down conversions. 7:40 to go in the first quarter. Jackson under center, off play action, looks to throw. Jackson dumps it off to Henry in the flat, and Henry's got a first down, splits defenders and gains 13. Definitely seems as if the Ravens have thrown it to Derrick Henry a little bit more last year than when he was with the Titans. Like, obviously they didn't use him as a receiver or anything like that, but I don't know if that's just my imagination. I'll look at the stats. But I feel like the last year with the Ravens, they threw the ball to Derrick Henry more than the Titans might have done. But 1st and 10 here from the 28. Jackson under center. Justice Hill is the back. And Hill gets the ball up the middle for a gain of about 2. Not a ton of space to run. To bring up 2nd and 8 from the Bills' 26. Let's see. Last year, Derrick Henry caught 19 passes, was targeted 22 times, which... Okay, I must have made that up. See, he caught 33 passes in 2022 on 41 targets. So definitely not a career high in terms of yards or targets, catches, or receiving yards for Henry, although I feel like maybe that's just something I made up. Bills bring a blitz. It's picked up. Jackson with time. Now pressure gets to him, and Jackson going to try to get back to the line. He's eventually taken down for a loss of 2, but a flag is down. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good start. Yeah, it's been a good start for both teams, offensively. We've got defensive holding against the Bills right here. It's against number 43, Strong. I don't know who that is. Working against Zay Flowers. Eight-play, 48-yard drive so far for the Ravens. Now, first down after the penalty. Play clock at 5. We'll get the snap off. Again, Bills bring a blitz. Jackson pressured, rolls to his right. On the run. Jackson throws one downfield towards the end zone, just out of the reach of Zay Flowers. That could have been a crazy play. Need a good game from Zay Flowers. You have him in fantasy, I assume? I think he can have an okay game. Yeah, I've got Derrick Henry, so hoping for a big game from him. So 2nd and 10 here. Flowers comes in motion, and they'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Flowers gets a block, cuts inside, and Flowers going to gain 8. Nice pick up there. Going to make it 3rd and 2 here for the Ravens. Actually make it 3rd and 3. That's what they officially spotted as. A little over 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Jackson under center. And we got some early movement. Flags come in. I'm not sure which side this is. It's going to be a false start against the Ravens. It's against the right tackle, Roger Rosegarden, in his 2nd year out of Washington. Last year he had 4 sacks, which is the most on the team. But I mean, it wasn't terrible considering he was a rookie. I mean, that's what, one every about 4 games in the regular season? I mean, that doesn't seem that bad. 3rd and 8, Jackson looks to throw. Has time. Now time runs out. Jackson stiff arms the guy and can't get a throw off. He's taken down for a big loss. Ed Oliver with the sack, and that might knock him out of field goal range. It definitely makes the field goal a lot harder. Initially he had time, then the pocket collapsed. Oh no, Jackson did get a throw off. Sorry, I didn't see that. No, what am I looking at? He didn't. So it makes it a 52-yard field goal here for the Ravens. We no longer have Justin Tucker. And field goal drifting right, but it is good. And the Ravens get on the board. It's 7-3. Both teams with points on their opening drive. Bills lead 7-3. Last thing needed there was a sack. Big play for the D. Yeah. I mean, really the last thing you want to do right there is take a sack and make it a much more difficult field goal. It was a 15-yard loss. So, I mean, you went from a 52-yarder, from a 37-yarder to a 52-yarder. Practically an extra point to a 50-plus yard field goal. That is not something you want to be doing, but luckily for the Ravens, they were able to make the field goal. But the Ravens' new kicker, I don't even know who it is. Oh, it's Tyler Whoop. He is a rookie from Arizona. Was the kicker at Arizona for 4 years. In his career at Arizona, had a 62-yarder as a career long. And went 67 for 80. That's pretty good. 8 for 13 from 50 plus. That's a pretty good career. And the Ravens picked him up as, I assume, an undrafted free agent. It doesn't say he was drafted anywhere. But 7-3 after the opening drive for each team. So far, results in the poll, 60% of you guys said the Bills will win, 40% have said the Ravens. I do have the Ravens with this game, or in this game, by a score of 28-27, but I mean, this was one of the toughest games to predict of the week. I mean, it's really tough. This game may come down to a late field goal. Funny you're talking about it. That is true. Definitely possible. It's a late field goal. I mean, both teams with new kickers, because Tyler Bass not active for the Bills. I think he's hurt. The kick rolls to Ty Johnson, and Johnson picks it up, and he's going to break a lot of tackles. Still going. He got about 10 yards after contact, all the way up to the 35. Eight for 15 and 50 yards or better is really good. Yeah, especially for a college kicker. That is quite good. But Tyler Bass is hurt for the Bills, and their kicker, well, we're on the topic of kickers. Oh, it's Matt Prater. Did not know they signed him. Got a 1st and 10 here for the Bills on their own 25, or 35, sorry. Here's the handoff to James Cook, and Cook with a nice gain, going to gain 9 on 1st down. He obviously had a great year last year. Almost leading the league in touchdowns. I believe he had 16. He was great last year. So here is a 2nd and 1. Allen under center with her handoff. James Cook. And this time he's got nowhere to go. Taking down at the line of scrimmage. Brings up third down for the Bills. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Third and short. Another handoff. Cook is stuffed at the line. So after a good run on first down, the Ravens stop him at the line of scrimmage on second and third down. It looks like they actually might have gotten a yard behind the line on this play. Great job there by the Ravens defense. And the Bills forced to punt it away. So the punt is away. And that might have hit the Raven. That might have hit the Ravens guy. The Ravens would have bounced. That might have... I think that bounced and hit the Raven. Now, the Bills did recover, and because of this rule where you can't advance a muffed punt, which is so dumb. Yeah, it did hit him. But after it bounced off the Bills guy, though. It hits the elbow of the Ravens player after it hits the leg of the Bills player. So I don't know how that's going to work, because... What did they just call? Oh, they said it's first touched. Wait a minute, I'm confused. They said it was first touched by the Ravens. That doesn't make sense. So it must have been, I must have got it confused. It's first touched by the Bills. And because of that, the play is dead at that point. So it's Ravens ball on their own 15. Sorry, I got confused right there. It's a 43-yard punt. And it bounced off the leg of the guy for the Bills. Before it hit the guy on the Ravens. That's why it's a dead ball at that spot. As opposed to a muffed punt and the Bills having the ball inside the red zone. So the Ravens get the ball for their second possession on their own 15. So far, results in the poll, 67% of you guys said the Bills will win, 33% have said the Ravens. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. And if you guys missed my prediction, I've got the Ravens by a score of 28-27. So we still wait for them to come back from commercial break. Ravens with a pretty good drive in their first drive, though. Forced to settle for 3. Minute 39 to go in the first quarter. So first and 10, here's the handoff to Derrick Henry. Breaks a tackle. Derrick Henry makes a cut. And a gain of 11. Nice run there. Henry 4 carries, 20 yards so far. Jackson in the pistol. Off play action, Jackson looks to throw. And throws one downfield that is caught by Flowers, who slips, loses the ball, gets it back. And is taken down at the 46-yard line. Lamar Jackson actually might have hurt his thumb when he tried to stiff arm Ed Oliver before. They go back to the ground here with Henry. And that is going to be the final play of the first quarter. So a 2-yard run for Derrick Henry ends the first quarter with the Bills up 7-3. The Ravens with the ball on but their own 48-yard line. And once again moving the ball. Yeah, that could be something to watch for Lamar Jackson if he did hurt his thumb at all. They said he's got a cut at like the base of his nail. That's the thumb of his throwing hand, so could be a little bit of a problem. But just something to note. So the end of the first quarter, Bills up by 4, 7-3. Bills outgained the Ravens. Ravens outgained the Bills 68-52. While the Bills averaging more yards per play so far, 5.2 to 4.9. Ravens also had the ball for 9 minutes and 20 seconds in that first quarter. Bills at 5:40. But a very even game so far. I mean, what you would expect when you've got two great teams. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Alright, now they're back. 2nd and 8 from their own 47. Lamar Jackson under center. Second and 8, Jackson under center. Underneath. There's Bateman. We're gain of about 3. Don't you go over the NFL scores for the day during halftime? I forget. Yeah, usually. So here is a 3rd and 3 for the Bills. Jackson in shotgun, Justice Hill line up to his left. Jackson on the option, pulls it to the outside. Jackson's got the edge, and he gets out of bounds near the 30. Second time we've seen a read option on 3rd down. Second time Ravens have converted with Lamar Jackson keeping it. Broncos pulled it off. It wasn't pretty, but a W is a W. That is true. Wish the Giants could have won. Yeah, I did see that they won it, but I didn't really see any of the game. Here's a toss to Henry. Makes the cut. Henry stiff arms the guy inside the 10. Henry will score. Derrick Henry with his first touchdown of the season, and the Ravens take their first lead. There's a nice touchdown run there for Derrick Henry. Caps off a 5-play, 85-yard drive. A 30-yard touchdown for Derrick Henry. And the Ravens are up 9-7. Good blocking up front. He stiff arms Cole Bishop. Great play right there for the Ravens. And here's Loop for the extra point. And it is up and good. So the Ravens, with their first touchdown of the day, they take their first lead of the day. As it's 10-7. And a great run for Derrick Henry. From 30 yards out. And the Ravens lead. Hold on 1 second. Alright. We're good. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure something was right. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. A 10-7 Ravens lead. A 5-play, 85-yard drive. Ravens with points on both drives. Bills with a touchdown on their first drive, a 3-and-out on their second. And we'll see what they can do for their third drive. We still wait for them to come back from commercial. Bills building their new stadium. Looks like across the street from this current stadium. Kickoff is fielded on the bounce. And returned to the 23. I was thinking how you need a job, maybe hotel, museum, or courthouse, like paperwork or something. What do you think? It's an idea. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll write them down to look into later. Here's a screen to Keon Coleman, but he drops it. At the 23-yard line, it's incomplete. He's a player I think that could have a breakout year for the Bills. He does just Definitely has the potential, just needs to be more consistent and develop a little bit. Derrick Henry is now 6th on the all-time rushing touchdowns leaderboard, passing Jim Brown with his 107th rushing touchdown. So 2nd and 10 here for the Bills. Allen looks to throws to the outside. There's a catch by Josh Palmer for a gain of about 5. We got 13 minutes left in the second quarter. It's 3rd and 6. Allen in shotgun from their own 27. Here they're going to set up the screen to Kincaid, who makes the catch, falls down, gets back up, ball comes out. And it looks like it goes out of bounds, but the Ravens are going to force another 3 and out. Kyle Hamilton forced the fumble on the tackle. But luckily for the Bills, it skipped out of bounds. But the Bills forced a punt for the 2nd straight possession. And the return here for the Ravens. This guy going to try to reverse the field, but he's taken down at the 31. And that is where the Ravens will take over for their 3rd drive. Points on their first 2 drives. Let's see if they make it 3 straight. 12:03 to go in the first half. I think this will be the year for the Ravens. Yeah, I think it could be as well. I mean, you always say that with the Ravens, though, and then... Not like you specifically, just like people in general. You always say that about the Ravens, and then... they can never get it done in the playoffs. But, I mean, I think they gotta do it at some point. So, I mean, why not this year? Yeah, I did pick them to win the Super Bowl, so I think it could be their year as well. So the Ravens with it from their own 31. Lamar Jackson in shotgun, Henry to his left. Jackson throws underneath. There's Rashad Bateman for a gain of 5. The 36-yard line. Bateman with a pretty good year last year for the Ravens. Jackson in the pistol, Henry behind him. Henry gets the carry here. And Henry breaks a tackle. Still going. Derrick Henry breaking free. Inside Bills territory. Stiff arms a guy at the 20. Taken down at the 14. Another big run for Derrick Henry. Had a 30-yard run before. Now this is a big one for Derrick Henry. Goes from their own 36 to inside the red zone at the 14. And that was impressive, too, because it didn't really look like Henry had a ton of space to run initially, but the blocks developed and gets the 15-yard line. Derrick Henry already 114 total yards. That's more than the entire Bills team, who has 56. They go back to the ground here, not with Henry, this time with, I don't know who 26 is. Rasheen Ali? Not sure who that is, but he gets the carry there. Got about 3. So 2nd and 5. Must have gotten 5, not 3. Never mind. Flowers comes in motion. Jackson keeps it in the option. Gets a block. Cuts upfield. Another touchdown for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson with the touchdown run. And the Ravens with a great drive. They go right down the field, all on the ground except the first play. And just like that, it's about to be 17-7. 4 plays, 69 yards, 2:16 off the clock. What a drive. I mean, they just make it look too easy. And here's Loop for the extra point. And it is good. 17-7. And just like that, the Ravens would quickly score 17 points. Yeah, Lamar Jackson makes it look easy. And with Derrick Henry, he's just insane because you see other running backs start to slow down as they get older. I mean, Derrick Henry, he had almost 2,000 yards last year. And he's just insane. Like, he's 31, and last year he was 2nd in the NFL with 1,900 yards, and he had 16 touchdowns. I mean, that was the 2nd best year of his career last year. The only year better was 2020, where he ran for 2,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's had 1,000 yards in 6 of the last 7 years, and the one year he didn't have 1,000 yards was 2021, and that was the year he broke his foot and only played 8 games, but he had 937 yards in 8 games. Yeah, it's actually crazy how he just continues to play at such a high level. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial break. Bills, after back-to-back 3-and-outs, really need to get something going here. I've got Derrick Henry in fantasy this year. He's already got 18.4 points. Not too bad. So the kick going to be returned here from inside the 5. And on the return, it's a pretty good one. Out to about the 30-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Ravens. I'm sorry, for the Bills. You picked Jacobs over Henry in your other draft. Well, I mean, Josh Jacobs could be really good. I mean, it's really tough because he had a good year last year, but I mean, I think if I had the option, I would take Derrick Henry, but it's tough. I mean, both are obviously great players. So 1st and 10 here from the 30. Allen under center. And here's the toss to Ty Johnson. Almost fumbles it. And Johnson powers his way ahead for about 7 yards. So it's 2nd and 3. Allen under center, bring a receiver in motion, hand it to him on the jet sweep, and Bills finally pick up a first down. I'm not sure who that is. Number 18 for the Bills. Oh, that's Elijah Moore. Picks up the first down. Just because you believe Jacobs will get the more carries than Derrick Henry, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with either one. So 1st and 10 here from their own 45. Allen, off play action, throws to the flat, tries to at least knock down at the line of scrimmage. And incomplete. Knocked down by Washington, number 96. Trying to find Ty Johnson in the flat. We've got 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Ravens outgaining the Bills 189-71. So from their own 45, 2nd and 10. Play clock winding down. They'll just get the play off. Allen finds Cook in the flat. And Ravens do a great job rallying to the football to take him down at the line of scrimmage. And it's 3rd and long here for the Bills. Bills need an answer before halftime. Yeah, they really do. Especially with their defense not really getting any stops. Allen steps up here. Looks like he wanted to go deep. Now he rolls to his left, throws downfield, and a catch is made by Keon Coleman. What a catch by Coleman along the sideline. Great play by Josh Allen. And a much-needed first down for the Bills. See, as long as this ball doesn't hit the ground. No, it never moves. Bills go quick here. Throw out to Dawson Knox. Gets a block on the outside. Stiff arms the guy and knocks out of bounds. Gain of 11. Another first down for the Bills. The previous play to Keon Coleman got 17. But back-to-back nice plays for the Bills and definitely putting together a much-needed good drive. They can get points here, that's big. Allen under center from their own from the Ravens 25. Toss it to James Cook to the right side. Cook breaks a tackle and is dragged down after a gain of 7. $6:15 to go in the first half. Ravens up 10. 7-play, 52-yard drive so far for the Bills. So 2nd and 3. Allen, another run play. Here is James Cook, and this time not much. Stopped at the line. No space for James Cook. And brings up 3rd down. Bills 2 of 4 on 3rd down, averaging 4.5 yards to go. This is somewhere in that range as well. It's 3rd and 3. And here's the handoff to Khalil Shakir, who cuts up the... Ow, I just bit my tongue when I said that. Cuts up the middle, gains 6 and a first down. Really was a flip to him. They flipped it to him. Nice play design. And a first down. Non-play 58-yard drive. From the Ravens 12, first down for the Bills. Allen looks to throw. Takes a shot at the end zone, overthrew everybody, incomplete. Coleman, the intended receiver. Josh Allen, 9 of 13, 62 yards and a touchdown so far for the Bills. So 2nd and 10 from the 12. Allen in shotgun. Cook is the back. They'll hand it to him. James Cook. Not much. 2 or 3 yards. And it brings up 3rd and long here for the Bills. Not a great game so far for James Cook. 7 carries, 19 yards. The Ravens have done a really good job of slowing down the run. They've been really good against the run the last several years. I believe last year they're the best run defense. 3rd and 8. Allen looks to throw, has time. Allen underneath, and is caught by Shakir. Stiff arms got to the ground, but nothing else after that. A gain of about 4. So that brings up 4th and 4 here for the Bills, and decision time. So 4th and 5, the Bills will send on the field goal unit. Matt Prater comes on for a 25-yard field goal. And Prater's kick is good. So the Bills, with a decent drive, you're able to go down the field and get points. Although the drive stalls once they get inside the red zone and are forced to settle for 3. But I guess 3 is better than nothing. Makes it a one-score game. 17-10. Hold on one second. While we wait for them to come back from commercial break. Give me 1 second. Alright. So 17-10 Ravens lead. The Ravens getting the ball back, up 7. We still wait for them to come back from commercial. Now they're back. So 2:50 to go in the first half. Let's see what the Ravens do before halftime. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts in the first half. So the kick is away and going to be fielded from the 6-yard line. And here's the return down the sideline. Got space, makes a cut, and is dragged down at the 46-yard line. A great return there for the Ravens. Derrick Henry tonight, he's forced 3 missed tackles. He's got 71 yards after those 3 missed tackles. And he's got 86 yards after contact. That's quite impressive. So 2:43 left in the first half. Derrick Henry, 7 carries, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Here's his 8th carry right here. And another good one into the secondary, all the way to the Bills' 37-yard line. Another great run for Henry. Another first down for the Ravens. Last year in the regular season against the Bills, Henry with 199 yards in that game. Long touchdown run as well. Don't have to run a play before the 2-minute warning. And they will. Another handoff. Henry, this time only gained 6, which seems like a win for the Bills' defense. But here's the 2-minute warning. And the Ravens just continue to not stop moving the football. Up 17-10. Looks like it might be more here before halftime. Ravens so far, 211 total yards, 175 on the ground. They're averaging 11.7 yards per rush attempt. That's insane. Hold on 1 second. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Alright, now they're back from commercial. We got minute 58 left in the first half. All three timeouts for both teams. 2nd and 5 for the Ravens. Jackson in shotgun. Back to his right from the Bills. 32. Jackson to throw. Free rusher off the edge. And that pass knocked up in the air. And incomplete. Greg Rousseau tipped it. Ravens lineman almost caught it. But it ends up falling incomplete. 3rd and 5. Minute 53 to go in the first half. And now the Ravens call timeout right here. It's the first timeout spent by either side in this game. 1:53 to go in the second quarter. So 3rd and 5. Jackson in shotgun back to his left. Jackson with time over the middle. That is a sliding catch by Zay Flowers. 2 Ravens right there sliding for the ball. Andrews and Flowers. Ends up being Zay Flowers making the catch. And a first down. I don't know why there was 2 guys in the same spot. Bills call timeout after that. So minute 46 to go in the first half. 2 timeouts left for each team. From the Bills 17, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Play clock winding down. And they'll get the snap off. Hand to Justice. Hill lost the ball. Now Hill back at his own 30. And he's taken down at the 32-yard line. A big loss for the Ravens. The play was already going to be blown up by the Bills, but then Hill lost the ball, had to go back and get it, and it's a loss of about 15. Joey Bosa forced the fumble. After that play, the Bills call their second timeout. Looks like they're really trying to get a chance offensively before halftime. We got minute 38 left in the first half. Bills now with 1 timeout remaining. Ravens with 2. So 2nd and 25 for the Ravens. On the Bills 32, Jackson in shotgun back to his right. Here's a touch pass forward to Zay Flowers, who looks for space, and just dives down at the line of scrimmage. And here is the 3rd and final timeout by the Bills. So the Bills out of timeouts 90 seconds left in the first half. I mean, it does make sense that the Bills are trying to get the ball back, and put a drive together before halftime because they don't get the ball to start the second half. So, I mean, if you go down more now, then the Ravens can get the ball again. Like, it can realistically be 31-10 before the Bills touch the ball. So 3rd and 24. Jackson on the read option. This time Bills try to contain him. And he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Great job there by Joey Bosa not letting him get outside. And it's 4th down. But Joey Bosa with a couple of nice plays in that drive. Obviously the big forced fumble that really set the Ravens back. And now he does a great job containing Lamar Jackson right there. Obviously there's other guys as well because, I mean, Lamar Jackson's probably outrunning Joey Bosa if there's nobody else on the outside, but good play right there. Now the clock is running, so the Bills not going to have much time. The Ravens send on the field goal team a 49-yarder for Tyler Loop. And Loop's kick is right down the middle. Great kick there for the rookie from Arizona, and a 10-point Ravens lead. 20-10. So 31 seconds for the Bills to work with. So, we'll have to see what they want to do. I mean, 31 seconds, no timeouts, not a ton of time. Well, I mean, with where you are in the game, down 10 could potentially be down 17 if you were just take a knee right here after halftime. I'm trying to put a drive together. That's what I'm doing if I'm the Bills. I just think you need to get something. I mean, even if it's just a long field goal try. Matt Prater, obviously, we know he's got a big leg. It's possible for him to make a long field goal, so I would try it. Hold on 1 second. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Bills down 10, get the ball back, 31 seconds. They're back from commercial. Kick is away. Here's Ty Johnson on the return. Crosses the 20. And Johnson to the 28-yard line. So it's going to be 25 seconds for Josh Allen and the Bills to work with. And let's see how aggressive they want to be right here. Allen, 10 of 14, 65 yards and a touchdown. So let's see. Bills come out in the shotgun, ball on their own 27. Allen rolls to his left, on the run. Allen throws one downfield, and that is that caught? It is caught. Yeah, caught by Khalil Shakir at the 47-yard line. The Bills going to spike this here with 7 seconds left. I didn't know if that was caught. I thought that might have bounced. That's why I wasn't sure. But a big play there for the Bills. One play inside Ravens territory. Now this is a long field goal from here if they want to try it. This is a 66-yard. That would tie the record. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to try that. Unless you want to see if you can get 5-yard out route. Real quick. Because you have 7 seconds, but you've got to be able to get out of bounds. Ravens call a timeout, by the way. You would try it. I mean, yeah, I probably would too. His career long is 64 when he was with the Broncos in 2013. But, I mean, that was 12 years ago and probably doesn't have that kind of leg at the moment. And they're playing very soft. You can go just throw a quick 5-yard out route to the right side. I'm throwing it, getting out of bounds. Nope, they're just going to throw a Hail Mary. Oh, no, they're not. They try to get it to Kincaid. Oh, I don't like that. I think they just messed that up. The clock shows zeros. The Bills think there's 1 second left. They went way too far down the field. Yeah, I think he's down. Out of bounds with 1 second. So the ruling on the field is they're going to put 1 second on the clock. The Ravens were trying to go to the locker room. So he's he's not in until out until he lands out of bounds, which is when he's thrown down. So it takes a while. But it's now a 43-yard field goal, so 23 yards shorter than what it would have been. And Prater's kick is good. Yeah, that could be big. So the Bills able to get 3 before halftime. Cut it to a 1-score game. That's crazy. They almost messed it up. I mean, I would have just thrown. They had soft coverage on the outside. If you want to throw a quick 5-yard out route just to get you. I mean, I know 61 is so incredibly long, but Matt Prater's got the leg to make it. So I would have just done that. Not had to worry about it coming down to like a 1/10 of a second. But I mean, if it works, it works. But Ravens up 20-13, and the Bills able to get 3 points before halftime. Prater was always pretty good in Denver, that is. Yeah, he's always been pretty solid from what I can recall. Said he hit his career long in Denver, which is not surprising considering they're a mile above sea level. And the air is a lot thinner. Well, I'm gonna go take a quick break. I will be right back. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'll be right back. So, be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me as it took a quick break. But we've got the Ravens up by 7 at the half, 20-13. And a pretty good first half. Lots of points scored. And hopefully that continues. But the Ravens do get the ball to start the second half. The Bills with a good drive right before halftime to get 3. Hold on 1 second. Just want to check something. Give me 1 second. But as far as an updated score prediction goes for this game, I originally said Ravens 28-27. And I'm going to stick with the Ravens. I do think they are the better team. They've looked better so far, and I just don't think the Bills are going to stop Derrick Henry. I mean, maybe they can slow him down, but they're not going to completely stop this run game because they've run the ball super effectively. But let's go with the Ravens by a score of... Let's go Ravens. We'll give them another touchdown. That's 27. We'll give the Ravens another... We'll give them 2 more touchdowns. What's that, 34? And the Bills, we'll give them... We'll go 34-23 Ravens. 34-23. 34-27. 34... Something like that. Maybe 31. Something similar to that. But I mean, I am going to stick with my original prediction of the Ravens. And I do still think they will get the win. 34-23 for you too. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think that's very realistic. I mean, you've got that's a couple more touchdowns for the Ravens, which at this rate looks like that's pretty likely. And then you've got another 10 for the Bills, who haven't been anything too crazy. But yeah, so somewhere in that range. But real quick, going over some stats from the first half, and then we'll recap the scores from around the NFL today. Give me 1 second to pull up the stats. Usually I have them open, but I didn't. Alright, we'll start off with player stats for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 8 of 10, 67 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. The Ravens, they did it all on the ground in that first half, pretty much. Derrick Henry, 9 carries for 123 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. Zay Flowers, 1 catch for 8 yards, or 1 carry for 8 yards, sorry. Rasheen Ali, whatever his name is, 1 carry for 5 yards, and Justice Hill, 2 carries for a loss of 14 yards. Receiving for the Ravens, Zay Flowers, 3 for 36, Derrick Henry, 1 for 13, Rashad Bateman, 2 for 10, Andrews, 1 for 5, and Hill, 1 for 3. Then for the Bills, starting passing, Josh Allen, 12 of 17, 113 yards and a touchdown. On the ground for the Bills, it was okay. Ty Johnson, 2 carries for 24 yards. James Cook, 2 carries, what am I saying? 7 carries for 19 yards. Elijah Moore, 1 carry for 8 yards. Josh Allen, 1 carry for 3 yards. And then receiving, Dalton Kincaid, 3 catches for 37 yards and a touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 3 for 35. Dawson Knox, 2 for 20. Keon Coleman, 1 for 17. Josh Palmer, 1 for 4. James Cook, 1 for a yard. Ray Davis, 1 catch for a loss of a yard. And Ty Johnson, no catches, although was targeted. Then team stats in the first half. The Ravens outgaining the Bills 212 to 167. Both teams have run 28 plays though. Ravens with more first downs, 12 to 9. Ravens also a little bit better on third down. They're 4 of 6. Bills are 3 of 6. Ravens averaging 7.6 yards per play compared to the Bills 6 yards per play. Bills been better through the air. Ravens better on the ground. Ravens 1 touchdown and 3 red zone trips. Bills 1 touchdown and 2 red zone trips. 2 penalties, 10 yards against the Ravens. 1 penalty, 5 yards against the Bills. No turnovers for either team, and time of possession almost 50-50. 15-20 for the Ravens, 14-40 for the Bills. But the second half going to get started in a minute. Well, let me change this real quick, and then we'll go over scores. Actually, second half starting right now. So we'll go over scores in a minute. We'll go over scores from around the NFL next commercial. We'll do that. But the kickoff was a touchback. Ravens get the ball to start the second half. The Ravens are 10-0 when Derrick Henry rushes for at least 100 yards in a game. Last year they were 9-0 in the regular season, 1-0 in the playoffs. Let's see what the Ravens do here, and if the Bills can make any adjustments, get any stops. The Bills' defense didn't play too well in the first half. So 1st and 10 from their own 35, as the kick was a touchback as we start the second half. Jackson, I formation. Here's Henry left side. And Derrick Henry powers his way ahead for about 3 yards. Henry great in the first half, 123 yards. Got 3 on that play. So 2nd and 7. Jackson looks to throw, pressured. Steps up, Jackson is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but the Bills do a good job not letting him take off. And it brings up 3rd and 7. They did bring an extra guy right there, which got some pressure in Lamar Jackson. So now 3rd and 7. Jackson looks to throw, has time, lots of it. Throws over the middle, wide open receiver Zay Flowers. Inside the 40, Flowers makes a cut. Inside the 30, down to the 22. Big catch and run for Zay Flowers. And a big play for the Ravens through the air. Right when you think the Bills might get off the field. It's 3rd and 7. Zay Flowers comes wide open deep down the field. And a big play for the Ravens. So ball now on the 23-yard line after a big play. Jackson throws outside. There's Flowers again. What a block by Ronnie Stanley. Flowers gonna walk in for a touchdown. Flowers catches the screen. His left tackle, Ronnie Stanley, gave him a great block. And Zay Flowers with a touchdown, and the Ravens offense does not look any different. The only thing, more of this through the air. But a great drive for the Ravens. But a great drive there for Zay Flowers. And the kick for Whoop is up and good. 27-13 Ravens lead. They have looked really good. But a couple of nice plays right there for Zay Flowers. Flowers in the game, that's now 5 for 106 and a touchdown. On that drive, that's 2 for 62 and a touchdown. Over half of the receiving yards on that drive. But a great first drive for the Ravens. They pick up exactly where they left off. One more touchdown to go. I mean, so you really need a big game from him. Definitely possible. Luckily for me, I'm up by 33 right now, so as long as Aaron Jones doesn't go insane tomorrow for the Vikings, I should be good. Oh, talking about your updated prediction. Sorry, I didn't. I don't know how I messed that up. And here the ball does not land inside the 20s or in the landing zone. So that's going to bring the ball out to, I believe, midfield. No, it's actually the 40-yard line. So there's really nothing, not a huge difference between that and a touchback. I mean, 5 yards. Did I watch the Packers game? I saw some of it, not a ton of it, though. So 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's a handoff to James Cook. And he's got 5 yards on first down. Bills really need points in this drive just to keep up with the Ravens, with how their defense is playing. Yeah, the Packers, they look really good. I saw Jordan Love made some nice throws. Defense looked great. It was a good game for the Packers. 2nd and 5 from the 45. Keep it on the ground. James Cook straight ahead for maybe 3, not much. Yeah, I was more impressed with the defense. Yeah, that defense looked really good. I mean, they held the lines, what, 13? I think it was. And I mean, the only touchdown they allowed was garbage time. Allen going to keep it here on 3rd and short. And Allen gains 5 on the scramble and a first down. It was not a designed run. But a lane to open up. Josh Allen able to take advantage of that. So 1st and 10 for the Bills after a nice run by Josh Allen. On the Ravens 47. Another run play here is James Cook. He's got a lot of space, and Cook gets another first down. 11 yards. And a good play for the Bills. Bills 78 rushing yards on the day, 5.2 a carry. We've all run plays so far. Here are the look to throw. Allen has time. Allen zips one downfield off the deflection, is incomplete. Broken up. Josh Palmer, the intended target. Kyle Hamilton, combining their two names. Made a play on the ball. He's turned into a really good player. Ravens extended him a couple weeks ago. One of the best safeties in the NFL. Allen throws underneath. There is James Cook out of the backfield for a gain of 3. And another 3rd down here for the Bills. Allen's thrown for 116 yards and a touchdown so far in this game. So 3rd and 8 for the Bills. Ravens bring 5. Allen pressure gets rid of it. And it's short of the sticks. Well short. By about 4 or 5 yards. On a quick throw to Elijah Moore. They brought Kyle Hamilton on the blitz. Was not picked up. And he was a free rusher right at Josh Allen. So he had to get rid of the ball quickly. But 4th and 5. The Bills were the second best 4th down offense in the NFL last year. Gonna go for it right here. They converted 73% of the time last year. Allen looks to throw. Pressured. Allen launches one deep towards the end zone. And that pass is incomplete, but a flag is down. It's gonna be pass interference. And it's gonna give the Bills the ball inside the 5. Jair Alexander in coverage. Josh Palmer the target. And yeah, it is definitely pass interference. It starts tackling Josh Palmer by the time the ball is there. So that puts the ball on the 4-yard line. And good opportunity here for the Bills to get in the end zone. So they definitely need to. Design run. Allen to the right side. And Josh Allen gains 2. Getting half of what they need. From the 4 to the 2. Brings up 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal. Allen under center. Kincaid goes in motion. Hand it to James Cook, who's into the end zone for the touchdown. Cook 16 touchdowns last year, his first this year. And the Bills go right down the field, answer the Ravens' opening drive touchdown. And that was a long drive. 9 plays, 60 yards, 5:01 off the clock. Great drive for the Bills. Now they just need their defense to get a stop because, I mean, the offense can score, but the defense has not played well. So here's Prater for the extra point. It is good. 27-20, the Ravens lead. Oh, we got a flag down, actually. Extra point's good if it stands. Oh, there's 12 men against the Ravens. So let's see what the Bills want to do here. So the Ravens are too many men on the field. And now the Bills are going to try to go for 2 from the 1 yard line. So they'll send the offense back out there. This would cut it to a 6-point game. I mean, I would probably just stick with the extra point. But, I mean, I understand doing this. Why not? You're going to need points at some point. And if you get this, it would put it. Now, if you get a touchdown, you would take the lead as opposed to tie. Allen looks to throw, rolls right. Allen back of the end zone, caught. Keon Coleman makes the grab, and the Bills get the 2-point conversion after the penalty. So mistake by the Ravens. Too many guys in the field. Oh, hold on, we got another flag down. The Bills needed that. Yeah, they really needed the touchdown. Now we'll have to see. Oh, Keon Coleman ran into the back of the end zone. But he did get pushed out. So let's see the explanation here. Wait, how does that make sense? The try is no good. Because Keon Coleman got pushed out of bounds. And then was the first player to touch the ball when he came back inbounds. What does that mean? I mean, I guess. So it's. But what I don't really understand is. So it's an incomplete pass. That is not what I thought the rule was. I thought if you were forced out of bounds. Or if you went out of bounds. I don't know, that always confuses me. But I thought it was if you go out of bounds on your own, then it's a penalty. But if you're pushed out of bounds, you have to reestablish yourself inbounds, and then you're fine. But that might not be the rule. I'm not completely sure on it. Alright, I said next commercial we'd go over the scores from around the NFL, so let's go over them real quick. So the Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. Giants looked awful. Buccaneers beat the Falcons 23-20. That was a wild game. I saw the finish of that. Between the Penix touchdown, the Buccaneers then go right down the field. They score a touchdown, miss the extra point, and the Falcons miss a game-tying field goal as time expires. You're back. Well, the Ravens, they scored in like 4 plays, and then the Bills just scored a touchdown. The Ravens had too many guys on the field, so they opted to go for 2, but they couldn't get it. But continuing to go over scores real quick, the Bengals barely beat the Browns 17-16. At least they won that time. Colts destroyed the Dolphins 33-8, not what I expected at all. Raiders beat the Patriots 20-13. Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. The Steelers beat the Jets in what ended up being actually a really good game. Aaron Rodgers had 4 touchdowns, but 34-32. Jaguars beat the Panthers 26-10. Broncos beat the Titans 20-12. 49ers beat the Seahawks 17-13. Packers beat the Lions 27-13. And the Rams beat the Texans 14-9. We saw some pretty good games today. This game has been quite good so far. So an 8-point game. The Ravens get the ball back. So the kick is away here for the Bills. And returned by Ali to the 34. So the Ravens back onto the field. Offense back onto the field, that is. They were always on the field at some point. But their offense back on the field. And the Bills' defense needs to get a stop. I mean, they're going to need to get a stop at some point. Really multiple. But big drive right here. Get your comment in 1 second. 1st and 10 from the 33. Henry gets it straight ahead. And another good run for Henry, gains 7. I'm hearing the Raiders are going to be dangerous in the entire AFC West, to be honest. Yeah, really. I mean, the Raiders, I think they're going to be good. I don't think they're elite. I mean, I have them just missing the playoffs. I think I had them 8-9. They're definitely going to be in that playoff conversation. I wouldn't be shocked if the whole division makes the playoffs. I think the Raiders are the most likely, or least likely, of that division to make the playoffs. But it's definitely possible. 2nd and 5, Henry gets it again, and is met in the backfield. Ed Oliver takes him down for a big loss. Ed Oliver has made some big plays today for this Bills defense. Jackson to throw here on 3rd and 10. Going to go deep down the field, and that is overthrown. Rashad Bateman, I don't think, ever saw the ball. But he was the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. So the Bills defense gets the stop they need. Looks like Bateman might have been looking for a flag. And Benford's got his hand on his jersey. I don't think it's enough for a flag. Good no call. So the Bills get the ball back. And this guy hit as he fields the ball at the 16-yard line. That was a good punt, and the Ravens with great coverage. And now the Bills get the ball, and we'll have to see what they can do, and if they actually have an opportunity to go potentially tie the game. AFC West is a very tough division. Yeah, I mean, it is really good. I mean, I think the Raiders are pretty good. You've got obviously the Chargers and Broncos, who were playoff teams last year. The Chiefs made the Super Bowl, but yeah, it's a really good division. Probably, it's one of the two best divisions in football. It's either the West or the NFC. Yeah, NFC North. AFC North is good too, but not quite as good. I don't think. It's like you look at that division, and I don't think in the AFC North all four teams actually have a chance to make the playoffs, whereas they do in the West and the North, NFC North. Hearing the Chiefs are not the favorite anymore. We will see. I mean, I think the Chiefs are still really good. They did lose on Friday, but I picked the Broncos to win the division. I really like this Broncos team this year. I know they didn't look great today, but I think they're going to be really good. But I mean, yeah, I picked the Broncos to win the division. It's possible the Chiefs or Chargers or even the Raiders, I guess, win it. But I still think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, they're still a good team. Are they favorites to win the West? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. All right, so they're back from commercial. Bills with the ball. Opportunity to potentially tie the game on this possession with touchdown and 2-point conversion. And Ruin is at least get in the end zone here. Capitalize off what your defense just did. There's a check down to James Cook, who's tripped up at the line. No gain. So Allen looks to throw here. Pressured. Dancing around. Flag comes in. Going to be a hold. And Allen's just going to run it. And Josh Allen gains 9 if it stands, which probably won't. It is a hold. It's against 79 at the right tackle, Spencer Brown for the Bills. Working against Kyle Van Noy. So 2nd and 18 after the penalty. Allen in shotgun, ball on their own 8-yard line. Allen to throw. Pressured, steps up. Allen shovel passes it forward to Khalil Shakir. And Shakir has a nice pickup close to a first down. The spot comes in just short. And it's going to be 3rd and like half a yard. That's a big play there for the Bills. Allen, he just flipped it to Khalil Shakir. That was a crazy play for the Bills. Allen got pressured in the end zone. Quarterback sneak here on 3rd down. The Bills do get it. But going back to that previous play, that was a crazy play. I mean, pressure in the end zone, Allen escapes, and then it looked like he might get sacked before he... He just flipped it to Shakir and nearly got a first down. But a first down for the Bills. I think the Bills are a little upset there was no penalty right there. Because Dalton Kincaid got body slammed. A 1st and 10 here from the 27. They toss it to Ray Davis right side. Looks for a cutback lane. Can't really find one. And a gain of a yard. So here is a 2nd and 8. Allen in shotgun, Davis to his left. Elijah Moore goes in motion. Allen looks to throw. Given time, pump fakes, now takes a shot down the field, overthrew everybody, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 8. Three minutes to go in the third quarter. 8-point Ravens lead. Last year, the Ravens defense had 12 total interceptions. 6 of them came from cornerback Marlon Humphrey. That's pretty impressive. 3rd and 8. Allen looks to throw. Pressured. Rolls to his right. Allen on the move. Now has time. Allen sets his feet. Throws one deep downfield. And that pass is broken up by Kyle Hamilton. Trying to get it to Khalil Shakir. But it's incomplete and brings up 4th down. Allen did a good job getting away, and then he had lots of time because 3 Raven defensive linemen were on the ground. There was actually some contact at the back end of that play. But there was no flag. Don't get a replay of it. And the Bills are forced to punt. And a fair catch is made at the 32-yard line. But the Bills unable to really capitalize off what their defense did. I mean, the defense finally got a stop. And I mean, the Bills, they don't really do anything with it. They did have a long field to work with because of a great punt. But let's see, they went 6 plays, 13 yards. I mean, that's not great. Looks like the Zebra's letting them play. Yeah, I don't think they've been that bad this game. Or at least not that I can remember. I mean, it's always nice when the refs let them play and don't try to make the game about themselves. Yeah, I think that overall this has been a pretty well officiated game. Which, not every day I say that, but I think this has been pretty good. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Ravens up 8 with the football. And the Bills need to rely on their defense once again. Ravens just punted for the first time today on their most recent drive. But now the Bills need their defense to do it again. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial break. Alright, here's a replay of that last play. The third down for the Bills. So Kyle Hamilton makes contact with Khalil Shakir. Yeah, I don't really think that's enough for a flag. I think that's a pretty good no call. Kyle Hamilton's actually gone to the locker room for the Ravens. That could be big. Hopefully he's okay. Ravens back with the ball here. Play action. Throw it underneath Zay Flowers. Got a lot of space. Flowers down the sideline. Taken down at the 30-yard line. What a catch and run for Zay Flowers. He's had a huge second half. Flowers was his third catch. And another huge catch and run for Zay Flowers. There was nobody near him when he caught that ball. Flowers 134 yards and a touchdown and 6 catches. Here's a handoff to Derrick Henry on the right side. He gains about 3. This is a career high for receiving yards for Zay Flowers. So 2nd and 7. Jackson looks to throw, has time, takes a shot downfield at the end zone. Oh, what a catch by DeAndre Hopkins! Wow! What a catch and a touchdown for the Ravens. The first catch of the year for DeAndre Hopkins. Wow. What a catch. Wow. That was an insane catch. Another great drive for the Ravens. They go right down the field, and DeAndre Hopkins with his first catch, first touchdown. And the extra point is good. What a drive for the Ravens. What a catch for DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, he's definitely not the player he once was, but can still be pretty solid. Great catch right there. It's now 34-19 with 109 to go in the third quarter. It's a 29-yard touchdown catch. Another great drive for the Ravens. But DeAndre Hopkins last year combined for 610 yards between the Titans and the Chiefs. Played in 16 games. He's definitely started to slow down a little bit. He's now 33. But he can still be a very solid receiver. I think he definitely has a role in this Ravens team, not needing to be that go-to guy. I mean, the Ravens, they've got Zay Flowers, who is already having a big game. Rashad Bateman's pretty good. Well, he had 750 yards last year. But, I mean, they don't need DeAndre Hopkins to play a huge role. And I think that is definitely a good thing because we saw when he was with the Chiefs last year, they kind of needed him to be a big time receiver. And I mean, he was okay, but he's just not really that guy anymore. So I definitely think this is a great, great thing for him and the Ravens. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Now a 15-point game. Bills haven't looked amazing. Have to get a touchdown in this drive. Lamar Jackson, the 15th different quarterback to throw a touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins. That's tied for 4th most all time. So here comes the return for the Bills. And get out across the 30, spin out of bounds at the 35. Flag is down. Kyle Hamilton's back on the sideline for the Ravens defense. Looks like he's putting his gloves on, getting ready to go back in the game. He went to the locker room before, but still no word on what that was. So the flag on the return is a holding call against the Bills. Just what they need. So it's going to be enforced from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be spotted at the 16. And here is a run up the middle for about 4. So 2nd and 6 from the 20. Allen in shotgun. Allen looks to throw. Pump fakes, rolls to his right. Allen throws downfield, caught for a first down, gain of 8. Josh Palmer makes the catch. And what could be the final play of the first quarter. Or sorry, the third quarter. And it is. So we head to the 4th quarter. Not what I'm trying to be changing. Bills still have the ball. There we go. So we head to the 4th quarter, 34-19. Ravens lead the Bills. Bills with the ball first down, but we really need to start playing better because Ravens, they've been the better team, and it shows on the scoreboard. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. We enter the final quarter of play. Hold on 1 second. Still wait for them to come back from commercial. Entering the final quarter of play. Ravens up 15. Alright. Now they're back. From their own 28-yard line, Bills with the first down. Allen and shotgun back to his right. Allen to throw, given time. Allen high throw caught by Coleman. What a solid game. Gain of 15. So 1st and 10 from their own 43. Allen to throw. Underneath there's James Cook out of the backfield. Makes a man miss and gains about 4. Second and 6 from their own 47. Allen to throw. Allen takes a shot down the sideline. Incomplete. Coleman, the intended receiver. So when Kyle Hamilton left the field, he went to the locker room to get x-rays for what looks like a hand injury. He is back in the game now. Allen to throw here on 3rd down. Quick throw to James Cook. Gets a block, and James Cook the first down. Breaking free. Cook inside the 30. James Cook still going. Makes a move to the outside. Inside the 10. Cook cuts back and is taken down at the 1. A big catch and run for James Cook. And a touchdown saving tackle by, I believe that's Nate Wiggins. A big play there for the Bills. Just a simple screen here. I don't even know if it's a screen. There's no lineman out in front. But a great play. Allen tries to go quarterback sneak, and the Ravens stop him. Actually lost a yard. Yeah, that was a great play. Marlon Humphrey down the field for the Ravens. That could be a big injury. Hopefully he's okay. No, that might have been the design of the play. Now that they show it again. Because the receivers were running downfield didn't really look like they were trying to run a route. They kind of just looked like they were clearing space. But whatever it was, whether that was by design or not, that was a great play by the Bills. and now they've got a 2nd and goal from the 2. Allen under center. Cook is the back. Allen, play action, rolls to his right. Allen gonna try to run for it himself, and he's in. Touchdown, Bills. Boy, do they need that. Big touchdown. And they're gonna go for 2. That would cut it to a 1-score game, so obviously makes sense. No. That would cut it to a 7-point game. So a touchdown game would be a 1-score game if you were to just kick the extra point. That'd be an 8-point game. So the Bills are going to go for 2. $12:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Try to cut it to a 7-point game. Allen looks to throw. Pump fakes. Rolls right. Allen now looks back left. Now gets pressured. Continues to roll right. Throws to the end zone. Intercepted. Laterals it backwards. And Van Noy will just take a knee. It was intercepted by Kyle Hamilton. And I've been thinking, I guess if you can run it back, why not? Although then you just got to be careful you don't fumble and the Bills take it the other way. Now John Harbaugh goes to talk to him about that. But it's still a 2-score game, 9-point game. Ravens lead 34-25. I mean, this has been a pretty good game, even though it's not the closest. Fairly decent game, though. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Nine-point game. Bills need their defense to come up with another stop. Really 2, but just focusing going 1 at a time for now. Still a 2-score game. Bills need to stop. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're going to need stops multiple, actually, because you've got this possession, and if you score a touchdown, you're still down by either 1 or 2, so you're going to need 2. Alright, they're back from commercial. 12:51 to go in the fourth quarter. So the Bills going to kick off here. Need the defense to come up big. Ravens have only not scored on 1 drive. We've gotten points on every single other drive. Here's the return by Ali, and he's got a lot of space up at the 36-yard line. Good return. And that's where the offense will be set up. So it's actually spotted at 35. But Jackson in shotgun, Henry to his left. Jackson gonna look to throw. Jackson, wobbly pass, incomplete. Might have gotten tipped. Ravens have thrown the ball a lot more in the second half after being great on the ground in the first half. I mean, that's just what makes this offense so hard to stop, because they'll run you over, they can throw it well. It's just insane how good they are. So 2nd and 10 from their own 35. Jackson in shotgun. Another pass here. Sets up the screen to Justice Hill. And Hill going to pick up 9. Oh no, Hill actually dropped that pass. It was a low throw, but I thought he caught it, but he actually caught it on the bounce. He caught it, dropped it, and then picked it up in the bounce. Incomplete, so it's 3rd and 10. I didn't even realize he dropped that. So 3rd and 10. Jackson in shotgun, back to his right. Jackson to throw. Pressure, Jackson backpedaling. Rolling right. Way back behind the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to try to run for it. And Jackson's going to pick up a first down. He crosses midfield, and Lamar Jackson taken down at the 46-yard line of the Bills. A lot of running right there for Lamar Jackson, but he's got a first down. I mean, he went all the way back to like his 12-yard line, and then he ran it all the way up to the Bills' 46. That's crazy. Yeah, not good at all for the Bills' defense. Good opportunity to get a stop right there. 3rd and long. Just can't do it. They go to the ground here with Henry, and he's got a lot of space. Derrick Henry down the sideline. Another touchdown. And the Ravens have hit 40. 2nd touchdown of the day for Derrick Henry. A 3-play, 65-yard drive. And it's 40-25. It's the 3rd long run of the day for Derrick Henry. This one a 46-yard touchdown. He had a 30-yard touchdown before, and he had a, I don't know how long it was, like 50-yard run. He's now up to 175 yards and 2 touchdowns on just 14 carries. Extra point, no good. It doinks off the upright. The rookie kicker with a miss, although he has been quite good today. You're gonna go, good call. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Thanks for watching when we could, I appreciate it. It is now 40-25. A 46-yard touchdown run for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, he's run for touchdowns of 46 and 30. And he's also got another 49-yard run in there. 14 carries, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's 12.5 a carry. It's now 40-25. There's still some time left, so I mean, it's not over for the Bills. They just need their defense to get a stop, which they haven't really done. I mean, at some point, like if the Bills, if you score here, you might as well just consider an onside kick because, yeah, you might not have the best odds to get it back, but if the Ravens are going to score a touchdown, then you might as well want them to not go as far, not take as much time, plus give yourself a chance to get the ball back. Derrick Henry is now tied with Walter Payton for the most games with at least 150 yards over the age of 30. He's got 7. So does Walter Payton. It's a crazy stat. The return here for the Bills is brought back to about the 28-yard line. And let's see what Josh Allen and the offense can do this time. They haven't been bad. It's their defense that's been terrible. And that's part of the reason I had the Bills losing in the divisional round. In the playoffs, I mean, I think they're a very good team. I just don't think they're amazing. Like, I don't know why. I just don't think they're as good as they've been. I think they're probably the third best team in the AFC, at least. Throw to the outside for Keon Coleman, gain of 9. Actually, I probably said the Bills are the 4th best team in the AFC. Behind Ravens, Broncos, and Chiefs. You could make the argument Chargers as well, but I'm not super high on the Bills this year. I think they're good, but I don't think they're amazing. 2nd and 1, Allen, quick throw, caught by Shakir. Up to the 43-yard line, first down, Bills. Allen in shotgun, back to his right, he'll look to throw. Allen, oh, is that intercepted? It's picked off. That one's intercepted. Gotta make sure this didn't hit the ground. No, that's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie was the player who nearly picked it. That's gonna be incomplete. Ball's on the ground, rolling around. They do get the call right. 2nd and 10. Allen, the throw. Pressure, dancing around. Allen rolls left, and he's going to tuck it and keep it himself. And he's going to slide at the first down marker. Now, because it's where he starts to slide, he might be a little short. And yeah, they're actually going to spot him a yard short. So make it 3rd and 1. Allen in shotgun. Hands off. Ray Davis tries to bounce outside. Makes a wide turn. Flag comes in. Davis fighting towards the line. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get the yards he needs. I think this might even be a hold to back him up. Kind of a bad decision by Josh Allen to slide short. I think he did start his slide a little short, but it's very close. Yeah, a little bit. I think, just barely. That's a costly play. I mean, look here. No, he might have it from that angle, right down the line. It's close, but that's a big thing because you don't get it there. And now after this holding call right here, which is a hold on Dion Dawkins, left tackle for the Bills, you're now backed up from 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 11. And you thought Josh Allen had just run for a first down. Dawkins doesn't like the call. So Allen looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, and looks like he wanted to launch it deep, but he's sacked back at the 37-yard line. And it's 4th down. It's going to be 4th and a mile here for the Bills, but you might as well go for it. Down 15. Looks like they will take the offense off the field, though, and punt it away. Matabike with the sack. I mean, I guess you don't have to go for it at this point. It's not like you're down 20. It's still a 2-score game. This punt checks up and is down by the Bills to 35. But the Bills need their defense once again, and they have not been able to rely on them so far. It's a 15-point game, and the Bills need a stop. Lamar is just unbelievable. Yeah, he really is. I mean, both these quarterbacks are insane. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he doesn't even have the craziest numbers. 194 and 2 touchdowns. He's also run for 57 and well, I mean, he has 3 touchdowns. That is pretty good. But, I mean, even though, like, the numbers, yardage-wise, aren't insane for either player, but, I mean, they're still really good. And, I mean, yeah, these are 2 insane quarterbacks. I mean, there's a reason most people have them ranked 1 and 2 in quarterback rankings for a reason. Mills got to get the ball back. Yeah, they need their defense to come up big, but they've gotten 1 stop all game where they haven't allowed points. Every other drive, the Ravens just scored on. We still wait for them to come back from commercial. Derrick Henry, in his last 3 games against the Bills, in week 4 of last year, he ran for 199 and a touchdown. In the divisional round, he went for 84 and a touchdown, and today, 175 and 2 touchdowns. Henry gets it here, bounces outside, and Derrick Henry going to gain about 3 or 4. He's just insane. It's actually the first time in his career he has 3 runs of at least 30 yards. That is kind of crazy considering how good he's been. 2nd and 7. Another run here for Henry. This time it's blown up. No gain. Actually, a loss of 2. Bills defense gets him to a 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 9 right here. So now, the Bills with an opportunity to get off the field. Let's see if they can. 3rd and 8. Jackson looks to throw. Flag comes in, maybe offsides. No, they're actually going to blow the play dead, so maybe it's a false start. I thought they were going to let him play. So 3rd and 13. So 3rd and 13. Jackson quick throw underneath. There's Flowers again. Flag is down. And if it stands, the Bills are going to get their stop. Flowers about 4 yards short of a first down. 7:50 to go. Illegal motion against the Ravens. But the penalties declined, and the Bills forced just the 2nd punt of the day for the Ravens. So they'll get the ball back. Still plenty of time, so half the 4th quarter to go. So there's a chance for the Bills right here. This one checks up at the 10. And it is going to be down. Oh, I think he's on the line. I think that's going to be a touchback. It is. It was a great punt, but the guy for the Ravens came diving for it, and he went sliding into the end zone. There's no reason you have to go slide for that, and then your momentum takes you onto the goal line. It's like his fingertips. But the punt is a touchback. 7:16 to go for the Bills. Needing touchdowns? Yeah, definitely. Field goals don't do you anything right here. Gotta score. Touchdowns. So ball on their own 20. Allen looks to throw. Allen takes a shot downfield. High throw caught by Coleman. What a catch. Big hit from the rookie Malachi Starks as well. "21 yards on that play. Allen to throw. Pressured. Allen dancing around, escapes. Rolling left. Allen pump fakes and just going to tuck it himself out of bounds after roughly 8. Keon Coleman's played a pretty solid game. He's got 4 catches for 62 yards. Allen to throw here. Has time. Over the middle, that is caught. There's Josh Palmer. He goes sliding down to the 43. Six minutes to go. Again, Allen to throw. That pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Trying to get it to Khalil Shakir underneath. So 2nd and 10. Ball on the Raven 44. 5:52 to go. Allen looks to throw, given time. Allen underneath. There's Coleman. That might have been a face mask. No flag. Coleman with his 5th catch. Brings up 3rd down. Bills got 7 there. It's 3rd and 3. Shakir comes across the formation. Obviously 4-down territory for the Bills. Play clock winding down. They'll get the snap off. Ravens bring 4. Allen throws to the outside. Whoa! Flag down! The pass was incomplete. Looking for Coleman again. But it looks like this is going to be pass interference against Nate Wiggins. Yeah. It is interference. Nate Wiggins did have a pretty good rookie year last year. 33 tackles, a pick, and 13 passes defended, which was tied for 2nd among rookies. Allen in shotgun back to his left. After the penalty, it's 1st down from the Ravens 29. Allen looks to throw. Outside, caught by Kincaid. He's got a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of about 12. 5 minutes to go. Kincaid, 4 catches, 48 yards, and a score. So from inside the red zone, ball on the 18-yard line. Allen gonna look to throw. Throwing back of the end zone. It is, just out of the reach of Josh Palmer, but he was open. Just out of his reach. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10. Allen steps up, throws one again towards the end zone. This one is off the hands of Ty Johnson. Perfect throw for Josh Allen. Johnson just couldn't haul it in. I mean, you can't put this ball any better. Perfect throw. Johnson just doesn't catch it. Bounces off his hands. And it's incomplete. Big missed opportunity. Now it's 3rd and 10. Allen. Outside. There's Palmer. And Josh Palmer. Not going to get a 1st down. He's going to gain 8. About 2 yards short. 4:35 to go. So it'll be 4th down for the Bills, and obviously got to go for it. 4th and 2 from the 10. Allen in shotgun, back to his right. Elijah Moore goes in motion. Allen looks to throw, has time. Allen rolls to his right, now is pressured, throws downfield at the end zone. It's caught off the deflection for a touchdown. Wow. Keon Coleman with the catch. It was off the hands of Dawson Knox into the end zone and caught for a touchdown. Just how they drew it up. 9 plays, 80 yards, takes 3:20 off the clock. Wow. That was crazy. Now, do you go for 2 here, or you just go for 1? Looks like they're just going to kick the extra point. We cut it to a 1-score game. And the extra point is good. I would do the same. I'd kick it right here. So the Bills get the touchdown they need. They're going to need 1 more, and they're going to need a defensive stop. But how about this 4th down play? Allen's got time, then time runs out, and he throws it high off the hands of Knox, who tips it perfectly to Keon Coleman. So 3:56 to go. Ravens get the ball back. Bills will kick it deep. Kick fielded from the 4. And on the return, runs into his own man and is taken down at the 28. Josh Allen has thrown for 294 yards and 3 touchdowns. Or, thrown for 2, rushed for 1. Lamar Jackson, 203, 3 total touchdowns. He's also got 57 yards on the ground. Jackson keeps this in the option. Gonna get to the outside, have a first down, he will slide up to the 41-yard line. Make it 70 yards and a touchdown on 6 carries for Lamar Jackson. $3:20 to go. Bills still have all 3 timeouts, so do the Ravens. Here's Henry. And Henry, oh, ball is out! Oh! It's recovered by the Bills! Wow, just what they needed! Henry fumbles, it's Bills football at the Ravens' 30-yard line. Wow. No way the Ravens blow this, right? Ed Oliver with another huge play in this game. Taylor Rapp recovers. Wow. I feel like you don't see that much from Derrick Henry. A rare fumble. So 3:06 to go. And the Bills are 30 yards away and a 2-point conversion away from potentially tying this game. Jackson looks to throw. Allen throws towards the end zone. It is caught. And he is down at the 1-yard line. They throw it to the tight end Haynes, and the Bills are a yard away from getting in the end zone. And Bills try to go quarterback sneak here. Allen does not get in. Brings up 2nd and goal. What a throw for Josh Allen, right up the seam. And Haynes... No, I don't think his name is Haynes. Whoever that guy is, almost into the end zone. 2nd and goal. Allen under center. They got Keon Coleman one-on-one if they want him. Allen hands off. James Cook is... in? No, he's down short. 3rd and goal. From like the 1-inch line here for the Bills. This is also the 2-minute warning right here. So 2 minutes to go. Each team still has all 3 timeouts. Man, what a finish this actually is. Two minutes to go, 3rd and goal. Wow, this is crazy. The Bills do have to go for 2 if they score. Obviously, being down 8. But 2 minutes left. Ravens up 40-32. Allen under center. Looks like the Bills might go quarterback sneak. Allen jumps over the pile. He's in for the touchdown. And the Bills are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. Four plays, 30 yards, 108 off the clock. The problem is if you get this right here, you leave so much time. The Ravens are going to have essentially an entire 2 minutes and all 3 timeouts. But here's a 2-point attempt. Gotta have it if you're the Bills. Allen in shotgun, Johnson to his left. Shakir goes in motion. Allen throws toward the end zone. And that is broken up. Nate Wiggins in coverage against Keon Coleman. Coleman's had a good game. They try to get it to him on the 2-point conversion and can't. And the Ravens defense gets a stop. Now, it's not over for the Bills. They still got all 3 timeouts. They try a back shoulder to Keon Coleman. Great play on the ball by Nate Wiggins. So 1:58 to go. The Bills are going to kick it deep, which makes sense considering you have all 3 timeouts. But obviously now you got to force a 3 and out. The first down ends the game. So Prater kicks it away. Fielded at the 6. On the return, big hit. Stays on his feet. And heads out of bounds at the 31. So the Ravens offense back onto the field. Bills defense trying to make one more stop. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Minute 51 to go in this game. Ball on their own 31-yard line. Jackson, they shift into an under center look. Jackson, hands off. Henry left side. And Derrick Henry holds onto the ball this time, gains 2. And the Bills call timeout right there with 1:45 to go. The Bills are now over 3 on 2-point conversions today if they show all these over again. In fact, they had the one, but Keon Coleman ran out of bounds before that, which made it incomplete, which I still don't really understand. But here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to hand it to Zay Flowers on the jet sweep, and Flowers is going to slide in bounds at the line of scrimmage. Another timeout for the Bills. Took 6 seconds off the clock. Minute 39 to go. Third and 9. They put a second back on the clock, so 1:40 to go. Oops. Sorry, I just kicked my tripod. So 3rd and 9, gotta have it. Or gotta get a stop for the Bills, I should say. 3rd and 9 from their own 32. Jackson gonna look to throw here. Jackson throws underneath. Caught. Short of the sticks. Hopkins makes the catch for a gain of about 6. And the Bills call their 3rd and final timeout with 1:33 to go. And Jackson is actually limping after that one. Took a big hit as he released that ball. So it's 4th and 3. The Bills get the ball back. And they're only need a field goal here. They are out of timeouts, but this is crazy that the Bills have even gotten themselves back into this game. I mean, it wasn't really a blowout, but it just looked like the Ravens had always been in control. This punt headed towards the sideline, going to bounce out of bounds at roughly the 15. The official spot is going to be the 15. Or, sorry, the 20. That's 20 right there. So a minute 26 to go for the Bills. Down by 2. Only need to get into field goal range for Matt Prater. Josh Allen, 21 game-winning drives in the 4th quarter or overtime. Looking to make that 22, obviously. Minute 26 to go. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Allen looks to throw. Gets rid of it quickly. High throw caught by Shakir. A gain of 6, taken down inbounds. Clock continues to run. That's taking a lot of time off the clock. Minute 10 to go now. You gotta use the sidelines. Down to 105. Allen looks to throw. There's a throw to the outside, caught by Coleman. He's had a really good game. Get to the bounce with a minute to go. So 1st and 10, minute to go on their own 34. Allen rolls right, escaping the rush, and Allen's going to keep himself and get out of bounds at the 38. Stopping the clock with 53 seconds to go. Remember, Bills are out of timeouts. Ravens still have all 3. So 2nd and 5. .53 seconds left. Bills are on their own 38. Just got to get into field goal range for Matt Prater. And we're going to get a false start here against the Bills. It's against 73. That's left tackle Dion Dawkins. Big penalty right there. Backs the Bills up 5. So 2nd and 10 after the penalty. Could potentially be big. Allen looks to throw, has time, throws downfield. Oh, wide open Josh Palmer to the 35. That's field goal range for the Bills. Wow. The Bills are in field goal range for Matt Prater. Josh Palmer was wide open. Gets behind Jair Alexander. Another great throw for Josh Allen. 46 seconds to go. They're on the Ravens' 34-yard line. In field goal range for Matt Prater. Ravens bring a blitz. Allen gets rid of it. There's Keon Coleman inside the 20. Coleman! Oh, it's tripped up at the 10. Touchdown saving tackle. Right there. 38 seconds left. Wow. Jair Alexander with a touchdown saving tackle, tripping up Keon Coleman at the 10-yard line. But now that makes this pretty much a chip shot for Matt Prater. And the Ravens start calling timeouts. They take their first. And now if you're the Bills, you probably just run this ball, right? You run the ball. Make them use their timeouts and kick a field goal as time expires. But for the Bills, this is their last win when trailing by 15 plus points. Or their last win when trailing by 15 plus points in the 4th quarter was 1967 against the Jets. I mean, you also can't just run the ball, assuming the Ravens are going to call a timeout, because they are winning right now and could very well not call a timeout. Let the clock run out. But Allen takes a knee and centers it in the field. Ball's on the 11-yard line now. 2nd timeout spent by the Ravens. Yeah, the Bills, they came back, and they're at the 11-yard line. In position for a game-winning field goal for Matt Prater. You stopped watching. I mean, understandable. Looks like the game was over. Yeah, the Bills come back. Derrick Henry with a big fumble. been a great game. Game of the year contender already in game 1. Or week 1. So it's 2nd and goal. 35 seconds left. Another knee for the Bills. Another timeout for the Ravens. That's their final one. Now, if you're the Bills, you are in a little bit of a tough spot. Because it's 3rd down. Meaning you're going to have to try a field goal with the running clock. Because you can't spike it because it's going to be 4th down. It's a little interesting. They're going to have everybody ready. I mean, we saw the Chiefs do a fire drill on Friday. They did it was like 9 seconds. That was really impressive. So it's 3rd and goal. 33 seconds left. And Allen gets it to the left hash for Matt Prater. And here comes the field goal team. Prater 2 for 2 on field goals today. They got plenty of time. Still 13 seconds. But Prater to give the Bills a big comeback win. 5 seconds left. And the kick is... It's good! What a comeback for the Bills! From down 15 to winning 41-40. What a game, what a comeback. The John Harbaugh special for the Ravens. What a game. That was insane. How do you blow that? 41-40. The Bills beat the Ravens. The game of the year already. Yeah, I know. That's crazy. What a comeback for the Bills. Wow. That's insane. It was really the Derrick Henry fumble that let the Bills back into the game completely. And I mean, for the Ravens, there's just way too many of these for John Harbaugh. That's another blown lead he has. Wow, what a comeback, what a game. That was crazy. You knew they would and could do it. Yeah, that's crazy. Need to see this ending, yeah. It's definitely worth watching. Wow. But what a game. Finals. Oh, I didn't even change the 41-40. I just realized I didn't even change that. But what a comeback, what a game. Hold on 1 second. Alright, I might make a short out of that ending in my reaction to it, so I just wanted to get the clip for it. Because that's what I was doing there. Reason for Buffalo to celebrate for sure. Yeah, definitely. What a game. The fact the Bills came back from that is insane. 41-40. I mean, the Ravens were up 45 or 40-25 with 7:27 to go. And then the Bills with a touchdown, Derrick Henry fumbles, another touchdown, and the Ravens go 3 and out. And the Bills obviously with this big field goal drive. Bills also the only team in the AFC East to win in week 1. Now, the tackle that Jair Alexander saved that made the touchdown or that saved the touchdown potentially lost the Ravens the game because Keon Coleman was gonna score. And then that would have given the Ravens a chance. But then after that, I was the Bills able to just kneel down everything to get it to that. That was the final field goal. But what a game. Josh Allen ends the game with 394 yards, 4 total touchdowns, 2 passing, 2 rushing. I don't know how you blow that if you're the Ravens. It was the interception that slowed the drive to win. I think he'd fumbled, but yeah. The turnover really cost the Ravens. It ain't over till it's over. Like Yogi said. Another good call, young man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely true. But what a game. What a way to start the NFL season. But that's going to do it for this stream. Thank you guys for watching. Crazy game. And be sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn notifications. I'll be live tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Maybe we can get as good as this. I doubt it, but hopefully it's a good game. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next video.